السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله
How are
وبركاته.
you all doing today? أهلا وسهلا.
والحمد لله. How are you?
I am doing great. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله. So you guys are in YouTube, okay? Just so you could know.
نعم.
Um, الحمد لله. Ya Allah. So I heard we have a new student.
Yeah.
Rukaya, her name, Rukaya.
Teacher.
Yes.
الحمد لله على السلامة.
Allah يسلمك. I am back. Yes, I am back home in Palestine. How did you know? You noticed my office?
Yes.
Yes, alhamdulillah. It was a long trip back home. Took me like 40 hours to reach back, but alhamdulillah. Long trip.
Office looks oddly similar to my grandfather's room.
Oh, mashallah.
He always has like a bookshelf just filled to the brim with Qurans and like Islamic books.
Subhanallah. In the in the old days it was just reading from the books. Now all the phones and the computers and everything. And
السلام
Walaikum salam, welcome Samad. So everyone is here. خلاص attendance full.
نعم.
Bismillah, 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 bismillah. We have an important topic today, and it continues with the Sirah. It continues with the Sirah. And if you remember last week, we talked about the challenges, of course, after Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam, ala ashraf anbiya wal mursaleen. We talked about the challenges that the Muslims faced after the Risala, after the message of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam became public. Who could remind us some of the challenges that they faced? Who could remind us? Any challenges that they faced? Yes, Mariam?
The Quraysh tortured the Muslims, but they still didn't leave.
They tortured the Muslims, yes.
And
Yes, Haneen?
they I think they did
They try to compromise, they try to make deals with Rasulullah. Did that work?
Yeah. And
No, that didn't work also. They made fun of them, they called them names, they put stuff in front of them trying to make their lives hard. None of that worked. Remember at time they abused the Prophet ﷺ even by putting nasty stuff on top of him when he was praying. They put intestines of the camel. All of this that they were doing, it wasn't working. But the Prophet ﷺ, he didn't want his companions to, and life was coming impossible for them. The companions that didn't have a strong family to protect them, they would be threatened with death, or torture, or always ridiculed. So the Prophet ﷺ wanted to give them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he mentions that in the ard in the ard in the ard wasi'un fa iyaya fa'budun. Subhanallah, I see this ayah all the time, but subhanallah, just yeah. So he says that the earth is so spacious, so only me worship alone. So you can't worship Allah in this part of the earth. Worship me in another part of the worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in another part of the earth. So the Prophet ﷺ, he has a plan of how to get them to worship Allah freely. Freely. So he sends them to this place called Al-Habasha. Who knows where is Al-Habasha? Who could explain to where is Al-Habasha? Anyone knows?
Habasha in Abyssinia.
It's Abyssinia. Yep. It was known as Abyssinia. It was a kingdom. It was a Christian kingdom with a fair king. It was actually a yes.
We all learned that last year.
That's true. We did speak about this last year. you're right, Hanin. So now, so because of this, because the Muslims were having a hard time worshiping Allah in Mecca, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them to worship, to go and to Habasha. There's a fair king there. You could practice your deen more freely. Of course, the ayah, إن أرضي واسعة فإياي فاعبدون. يا عبادي الذين آمنوا إن أرضي واسعة فإياي فاعبدون. All those who believe, my land is spacious for you, so worship me alone. You cannot worship Allah in one place, go to worship in another place. Travel and migrate and worship Allah. So they go to this place called Habasha, and let's find out what the Prophet ﷺ, this page, we don't have to read this page, I explained it. The Prophet ﷺ told them that there's a fair king there, his name is Najashi. In English, this is the way they write it in English. Negos or Negus. Here, I underline it with green, in green.
Negus.
And this king is a very fair and just king. So the Prophet ﷺ told them to go there. Another reason the Prophet told them to go there is because over there, the Quraysh have no authority. Quraysh has authority in Mecca and they have influence in other Arabic places. So even if it's not Mecca, they might have influence by other Arab tribes in the Arabian Peninsula. So he didn't tell them to go here or there. He told them to go to Habasha. The Arab have no authority there. They have no influence there. And there's a fair king. Of course, the main reason he said that there's a fair king there, he's not going to do injustice to you. So go there. Okay? Let us start reading. Who would like to read?
Hanin.
Okay, I'll split this page up between Hanin and Miriam. It's a lot of reading, just so you could know. So I split it up between Hanin and Miriam, this one page here. Hanin, I'll let you continue on the next page. So you start here. Now, before you start reading, the many important thing that we're going to learn here. How many Muslims migrated? What did Quraysh leave them alone when they arrived and they left Mecca and they arrived in Abyssinia, in Habasha? Did Quraysh just leave them alone? How exactly what happened? What happened when the Arab did ask for them? Quraysh did ask for them. Who represented the Muslims there? Who was the leader? Who was the spokesperson? So many questions to answer. Let us start reading and looking at these different questions that we want to answer. Go ahead, Maryam, you could start. 16 men.
16 men and 4 women were the first Muslim immigrants to Abyssinia. Among them was Uthman ibn Affan, radiallahu anhu, who later became the 3rd caliph, and his wife Ruqayya, the daughter of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Quraysh was very annoyed when they saw that the Muslims were safe in Abyssinia, so they decided to send a delegation to the Negus to request him to send the Muslims back home. Amir ibn Anas and Abdullah ibn Abi Rabbiya was chosen for the task. They took with them expensive gifts for the Negus and his generals. Can you scroll down?
Yes, I can. So far, from what Maryam read, is that we know how many migrated in the first. There was 2 migrations to Abyssinia. The first migration had 16 men, 16 men, 4 women, and among those people were Uthman ibn Affan was with them, and one of the Prophet's daughters was with them also.
Celia is here.
Of course, Ruqayya was Uthman's wife.
Teacher, I'll tell you that Ruqayya is in our class and Ruqayya is in the story.
So, na'am. Oh, mashallah, now I get you, yeah. Ruqayya is our new student, and Ruqayya is in the story. Yes, this was one of the prophets. That's the prophet name. Ruqayya, mashallah.
Ammar presented every one of the generals who attended the Negus court with a precious gift. He said to them, "Some of our foolish men have arrived in your land. They have rebelled against our religion. They have come up with a new faith. We have come as representatives of our leaders to request the king return these people to us. When we make this request to the king, we hope you will advise him to grant it without taking the trouble of calling them and speaking to them." The generals promised Ammar and his friends of their
Maryam, one
and
second.
his friend.
So, the question about did the Arab leave them alone? Did Quraysh leave the Muslims alone when they migrated? Is no, of course. And they actually went to Abyssinia with gifts and met some of the generals, not the king. And they told the generals, the military generals, that some of our people, some of our people that are criminals, look at this big lie they made up. Some of our people that are criminals have escaped to your land, and that we want them back. We want these criminals back. So, you know, and they knew these generals because imagine they even brought them gifts, and to try to make things easy, they brought them gifts and said the generals were about to give them those people back. But when the king heard about it, he said, "No, I cannot. Before I hear the two sides of the stories, I cannot give them back. I cannot send them back." And this is a form of justice. In the Quran, there's a story with Sayyidina Dawud alayhi salam. The end theme of the story, the end lesson of the story is that you must hear two sides of the story if you're going to be a just person. So the king, he wanted to hear the other side of the story. Haneen, you ready to read from Where's the Green?
نعم.
Yeah, let's.
Generals promised
Amr. So it was two of the Arab guys. Was Amr ibn As, who later on, a lot later, after Sulh Hudaybiyah, very, very far after this, he became a Muslim, and Abdullah ibn Abi Rabi'a. Okay?
Okay, Amr and his friends of their support. When they were admitted in the court, the generals advised the king, "O king, hand them over to them." The Negus became very angry. He refused to accept that what they said. He said, "A group of people have sought refuge in my land. They have chosen me over everyone else. I will not judge them in their absence. I will call them in first and give them a chance to see what they have to say about what these two men have accused them of. If I find allegations true, I will hand them over to them. Or otherwise, they will certainly enjoy my protection."
No. So the king told him, if what you're saying is true, I'll give you them. But if you're lying, no way I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna let them stay here. Okay, so the Muslims were called to the court of the king, and the king want to hear their side of the story. And the king, when they come to the king, the king asks them, "What new religion are you talking about? What is the different what religion do you have?" And the Muslims now, they had already chosen. This is where I need a third reader. Who's gonna read now for me? Let's see if I have anybody. Hands up. Okay, Assyria. So, okay, Assyria is going to read. So, Assyria, you're going to read from, they chose Ja'far ibn Abu Talib to talk for them on their behalf. Imagine the Muslims, mashallah, they were very smart people, organized people, even though they were few in number. They didn't want any and everyone to speak because someone could make a mistake. Someone, others could be better speakers than others. So they chose the best speaker among themselves. The best speaker among themselves was Ja'far ibn Abu Talib, and he represented all of them in his speech. Okay? So Assyria, you could start now. The Muslims had chosen Ja'far ibn Abu Talib.
The Muslims had chosen Jafar ibn Abi Talib. The Prophet Al-Qasim as his spokesman. He said, until recently we were
Ignorant people.
people. We worshipped idols. We ate dead animals. We committed all kinds of sins. We attached a little value to keeping relations with our relatives. We behaved badly with our neighbors. We believed that might was right. This continued to be our situation until Allah sent us from among ourselves a messenger. His good name, honesty, and sincerity were well known to us. He taught us to believe in Allah, the one and only God, and asked us to stop worshipping idols.
So notice this before Asilia continues. The first thing that Ja'far ibn Abi Talib, very smart man, he starts with showing the king their former life, how their life was before, the darkness of their life before Islam. They worshipped idols, they ate dead animals, they did all kind of different sins, they behaved badly. So he shows him all of this darkness that they had before. And he's doing a comparison. And then he shows him what Islam brought to us. He showed us what the Prophet called of Islam. So he called us to only worship one God, one Allah, Tawheed. None has the right to be worshipped except Allah. And continue, you could continue here. And he commanded us to speak. You could continue here, Asilia.
He commanded us to speak the truth and to be honest, to be good to our relatives and neighbors, not to shed blood, and to keep away from sins, robbery, and false accusations.
And false accusation against women. So the Prophet.
Accusations against women.
So he was telling them that now Islam came, told us to speak truth, to be honest, to only worship Allah, not to shed blood, not to accuse women of bad things, not to do robberies, not to do all these bad sins. So now he's showing Najashi the light that Islam came with. So of course, after this comparison, let me skip a little, and then he of course Ja'far continues to tell him that we kept worshiping Allah alone. We did not, do any of these bad things anymore. We stopped worshiping idols. We started to worship only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then the people prosecuted us. They tortured us. They harmed us. They made fun of us because of this, because we practice Islam, because we didn't follow the old ignorant religion of our forefathers. Because of this, we came to your country for protection, to get away from the torture, so we could all worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala freely. Right? So what do you think was Najashi's response? One more reader and then we finish. Inshallah.
He said,
Anyone has his hand up? Ruqayya, mashallah. Okay, let Ruqayya read. Okay, Ruqayya, you could start with the red arrow. So this would be the king, the fair king of Habasha, the king of that African country. It was a Christian African country. Let's see his response.
I'm reading this one, right? Or
Yeah, Ruqayya.
oh, okay.
Oh, okay, and then inshallah, I let you read right after that, inshallah. No problem. I got confused with the hands up. Go ahead, Ruqayya, whenever you're ready.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. The Negus asked Ja'far to recite to him something from the Quran. Ja'far recited the opening verses of Surah Maryam, which speaks about prophets Zakaria and Yahya and relates the beautiful story of the birth of Prophet Isa alayhi salam. The Negus was so moved that he wept until his beard was wet with tears. His bishops also wept until their books were damp with their tears. The Negus said, "This and what Jesus came with must have come from the same source." He turned to the delegation of the Quraysh and said to them, "Go, by Allah, I will never hand them over to you." The next morning, Amr ibn al-As.
So tomorrow, inshallah, because I set it up like this.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Tomorrow, inshallah, we'll talk about, the Quraysh didn't give up. The king, if you guys you heard Ruqayya, mashallah, excellent reading. She mentioned clearly after hearing the first ayat of Surah Maryam, the king knew that what was sent to Muhammad ﷺ is the same message that was sent to Isa. This king was from the few muwahideen of the Christians at the time. The few Christians that were Unitarians, that only believed in one God. There were few of them that only believed in one God and Jesus was his prophet. Before, there was many, but then as the centuries passed, they became few and few and few. This king was the few that lasted from them. So he knew that Allah was only one and that Isa was his prophet. And he knew that the same one who sent Isa is the one who sent Muhammad after hearing the message and after hearing the ayat from Surah Maryam. Inshallah, I would play some of the verses from Surah Maryam, and then inshallah we will have a quick break, inshallah. As we usually do, inshallah. These are some of the verses that the king heard when Ja'far read for him, inshallah.
ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا قال رب إني وهن العظم مني واشتعل الرأس شيبا ولم أكن بدعائك رب شقيا.
Yes, Hanin?
I can't hear it.
No, you guys can't hear it?
I can hear it.
I can
Oh,
hear
I
it.
can hear it.
I can hear it. You probably just have to raise your volume up because
But I don't
the
Oh,
volume is
maybe you
low.
hear it on my microphone or you hear it from your chair. Let me see.
وإني خفت الموالي من وراء
so much better.
No, I can't hear it.
Yeah, I can't hear it either now.
I can't hear
Yeah, I
you.
can't hear it anymore.
Me too.
I can't hear you.
Oh,
I was just tested to see if you guys could hear it from my mic or from the actual sharing. It's supposed to work from the actual sharing. No, but I'll fix that later. That means the first time you were hearing it, you're hearing it from my mic. It's okay. So I just want to show you a small example of what Jafar. Imagine Jafar, such a smart person. He chose from everything that he could, from any place that he could read from the Quran that was already sent. He chose to read from Surah Maryam because this is what relates to the Christians. You know, when you're making da'wah, when you're calling others to Islam, you have to choose your words correctly. He chose the most place in the Quran that would affect that king until the king wept and his beard was wet from how much he dropped tears. Subhanallah. Okay, good. Inshallah, we will continue this story tomorrow. Right now, you guys have a short break, 5 minutes break, and we will start our Arabic part, inshallah.
Maryam,
yes.
before the class started, what were you doing?
Watching TV.
You know, Miriam, I made a vending machine, but by Legos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it works not really automatically. It's magic. It's magic. Really not magic, just tricks I made. If you don't add the money, then you're not gonna get any Lego drinks. If you add the money, then you're gonna get the Lego drink.
Why can't you just steal them?
You can't. It's a vending machine. If you don't add money, it's not gonna come out.
Just use a chainsaw. I mean, the answer is so simple. Or a hammer. Or a
Yeah.
welding torch. Or a flamethrower.
It's Legos. What are you talking about?
Or use a Lego breaker. There you go.
Perfect. I've seen that on YouTube before. How to
I
make
don't know how she made it. She said she didn't do anything, but it works by itself. That's why it's called magic. I even made a secret wall. Yeah, there's a secret wall where you could get the money out, but nobody knows where it is, except me and my sister. And my friends. Except one friend. No, 3 friends. Who could only know? They get annoying when they just see the money. So they start breaking it, so I do not show them what I have. Yeah, there's another girl that wants to get the money, so she steals it from the money place. I made double vending machines. I made one large one out of cardboard and one small one out of Legos. But it's the same thing, you know. You know what I mean? Mariam.
Yes.
I made 2 vending machines, one small one and one big one. I made the same thing, like we pull it down and then the candy comes out. But it's like the same thing.
Cool.
Do you like to play with Legos?
Yeah, I do.
I love playing with Legos. I have so many Legos. I have a large box.
Okay guys, I think the break is over. سنبدأ الآن بالدرس اللغة العربية.
Teacher, my friend
Yes,
said
Haneen.
that time passes so fast.
It does. There's a lot of time passes so fast in these days. That's why you have to take care of your time. Now, الوحدة الثامنة, the eighth, chapter 8, we have a new ders. What is it called, Haneen? The new chapter. العمل. What does العمل mean?
Work.
Work, occupations, work. We start with a long time we didn't do a حوار, conversation. We're going to do this حوار between 2 different workers, 2 different guys that have 2 different occupations. One, his name is Osman. The next guy name is Ali. I need a lot of you guys to participate now.
But what does Amal mean?
One more time, sorry.
What does Amal mean?
العمل. العمل means like work or occupation. Work or occupation. العمل.
Okay, I just need
A simpler word, of course, would be work or occupation.
Okay.
Yeah. Mashallah, I know Mariam write notes, and that's why she does so well. Because when you write notes, you remember, and when you write notes, you have a source to come back to. So let's start with this chapter, the occupation chapter or work chapter. And we need, let's see how much people we need today. We need someone to be Osman. We need somebody to be Ali. And then we need someone to translate what Uthman said and someone to translate what Ali said.
I'm
Gonna be the translator.
Yes. Okay, so Asilia, you want to translate for Uthman or Ali?
Anything.
Anyone. Okay, so I'll let you translate for us. This
And
is
I'll be the translator for Ali.
okay, so that's for Asilia, and Haneen will translate for
Teacher,
Ali. And who's gonna act as Uthman and who's gonna act as Ali? Ruqayya, because Ruqayya is new, I didn't get a chance to hear her Arabic yet. Ruqayya, you wanna act out as one of the two, Uthman or Ali?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll give you Uthman, inshallah. And
I could be Ali.
Selena, okay, perfect. And Selena would be Ali. Great. And it's actually it's not that long. Let's see who we missed out here. Hania and Raina, of course. We missed out Raina and Hania
no.
and
And
Summer.
me. And me.
And Summer and Maryam. There's a lot of girls in
Yes.
hands. Let me give you guys something to do also. So this is what I'll do, just for anybody could have a chance here. Okay, so we'll split this conversation in two. We split it in two. You guys see the black line? Once we reach the black line,
Sorry, my voice kind of hurts today, so I didn't want to read.
who's that, Summer? Yeah, so
Yes.
someone is a listener today. Okay, no problem. But we still have Hania and Raina and Miriam. They didn't have a chance to do anything. So once you reach the black line, once you reach the black line, Hania, you wanna translate Hania?
He's under that desk. Look, he's on that chair.
Hania would translate. Hania from here on would translate everything.
Okay, I'll try.
After the black line, you translate everything. Hania. And then Raina would read Uthman. And Maryam would read Ali. After the black line. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So we start with our new student, Ruqayya. You could start. You could start here.
أعمل طبيبا. ماذا تعمل أنت؟
ما شاء الله تبارك الله تقرأ جيد جدا. Asila, you're translating. You're translating everything that Ruqayya says. Go ahead.
I work as a doctor. What do you do?
MashaAllah, good job, Asilia.
أعمل مهندسا.
MashaAllah, Selena. Haneen, don't forget you translate everything that Selena reads.
Okay.
Yalla. Everything that Selena reads, you translate.
Selena. Oh, okay.
She read it.
Okay. I work as engineer.
Yes. So for the girls taking the notes, Tabiban is a medical doctor and Muhandisan is an engineer. For vocabulary. One more time. Tabiban, medical doctor. Muhandisan, engineer. Continue, Ruqayya, please.
أين تعمل؟
Excellent. Yes, Asilia. You translate everything that Ruqayya says.
Where do you work?
Excellent.
أعمل في شركة. أين تعمل أنت؟
Haneen.
I work. But teacher, who's gonna translate for Celia? I think no.
Down in the bottom, I already have a translator. Haneen is going to translate everything in the bottom.
No, but the up one, who translate for Celia?
Asilia translates for Ruqayya. You translate for Asilia.
Okay. Okay.
She said عملوا في شركة. What is عملوا في شركة?
I work in a company.
Exactly.
Where do you work?
Oh, great. MashaAllah. Girls, for vocabulary, شركة also. شركة, company. Company. Okay, continue. رقية.
أعمل في المستشفى.
I work in the hospital.
MashaAllah. So you guys always have also a new word. مستشفى means hospital. Excellent job. Continue.
كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
Where's حنين?
How many hours do you work in a day?
Excellent job. واحد اسماء. رقية.
أعمل 8 ساعات في اليوم.
Asira, you translate this one.
I work 8 hours a day.
MashaAllah. You guys did so excellent. You made this look so easy. You know, we have a new group. Group number 1 did excellent. Group number 2 now.
That's Raina first.
Raina and Maryam and Hania are group number 2. Raina, Maryam, Hania. Hania is going to translate everything. And Raina is going to be Uthman and Maryam is going to be Ali. Are you ready? Let's go.
Okay. وكم ساعة تعمل أنت؟
How many hours do you work?
MashaAllah.
أعمل 7 ساعات.
I work 7 hours.
MashaAllah. That's correct.
هل تحب عملك؟
Do you like your work?
نعم أحب عمل.
Yes,
أن-
I like my work.
أنا أحب عمل أيضا.
عملي أيضا.
عملي أيضا.
One more time. أنا أحب عملي أيضا.
أنا أحب عملي أيضا.
There's no lamb here, so أيضا. أيضا
أيضا.
or أيضا if you keep going.
أيضا.
أيضا. أنا
I
أحب
like my work too.
MashaAllah. You guys did. You made this look so easy. Okay, let's just talk about our vocabulary words one more
Yeah,
time.
I
Go to
didn't
Quran.
get. Okay, so the
Sorry,
first.
Miriam.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. What are you going to ask?
Can you go back to the hospital one? I didn't write down.
Yeah, okay. So that's where I was going. I was going to vocabulary words today. Vocabulary words one more time, girls. طبيبا, medical doctor, مهندسا, engineer, شركة, company, مستشفى, hospital. 4 vocabulary words today. Underline in green. Four vocabulary words. طبيبا, مهندسا, شركة, مستشفى. Just 4. Okay. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. Okay, we're going to go to Quran now. Okay. Students that have Quran Mondays and Wednesdays. Remind me.
I was
Because
supposed to recite. I was supposed to recite on Thursday, but I told your wife. I asked your wife if it was okay. I could do it today because I couldn't remember what ayats I had, so I didn't get to study anything.
no problem. Are you ready now for today?
I'm still not sure what my ayats are.
Okay, I'll give you your ayat and then be ready for tomorrow. I'll keep you on Tuesday and Thursday. So I'll keep you on your regular days.
Okay.
Let me just give you your ayat so you could be ready for tomorrow, inshallah.
Okay, what are my ayats?
No, okay, I'm looking. Don't forget, the whole time I was traveling, I'm not traveling anymore now, I'm back in Palestine. The whole time I was traveling, I was using the same paper. So I wrote on it for the 5 weeks that I was traveling, I was writing the same paper, so that's the confusion. Okay, you were still on Surah Al-Fatir?
Yeah.
And let's open it. You remember if I open it. Let me open it. Maybe it'll help. 1 second. If I open it, it's gonna have. The 5 weeks that I was traveling, I was writing the same paper. Sorry to echo it.
That's
We're
funny.
still at certain part?
Yeah.
No, it's echoing. It's echoing. It's echoing. It's not. That's what the YouTube channel is echoing.
Teacher, the whole video we were just watching.
Yeah, it's echoing. No problem.
That's funny.
It's
So they're
funny.
watching a live stream in a live stream.
Yes. Subhanallah. Okay, so let me go to the topic. You could see my screen? Okay, you could.
Yeah.
So here, let me just move this here.
Teacher, if we're not doing it today, can we go?
If you're Tuesday, Thursday students, you're
Wait,
dismissed.
no, actually, I'm Monday. Never mind.
Forgot if I was a Tuesday
I
student.
forgot.
If you're Tuesday, Thursday student, the Tuesday, Thursday students were Acelia, Haneen, Hania. They're Tuesday, Thursday.
Okay,
I'm
so
also Tuesday, Thursday.
And on Selena, right?
Selena and I think
And
Ruqayya too.
Selena. And Selena, yeah. Summer
And-
was
and I
Summer was
think
Monday, Wednesday.
Teacher, I think Ruqayya's Tuesday and
I'm a
Thursday.
Monday, Wednesday student.
Yes. Oh, Summer is Monday, Wednesday. Okay, let me explain. You know what? Guys, stick with me for a second, all of you, before anyone leaves. Let me just write it down next to your name. Selena, she is almost Tuesday, Thursday. The only
Yeah.
reason we opened the Quran for she is because she want to prepare for tomorrow. You want to remember where she was. And Raina is also Tuesday, Thursday, right?
Okay, yeah.
Just remind me that I forget sometimes. And I have this old paper I was using a million times over and over. Maryam is also Tuesday, Thursday.
no, I'm Monday, Wednesday.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, that's what it's been.
Yeah, she
Oh.
switched with me.
Selena switched with you. Okay, so even
Yeah.
okay, sorry. So even Raina was Monday, Wednesday then. Raina was Monday, Wednesday, and Maryam was Monday, Wednesday. Raina, you're still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, so I mixed up when I told you Tuesday, Thursday. You're Monday, Wednesday.
Okay.
And then Acelia was Tuesday, Thursday. Is that correct?
Acelia is. Wait.
Tuesday.
So...
Yeah.
I
And then well, we could change around a little bit. Acelia, you want Tuesday, Thursday? Acelia? For Quran. Acelia is still there?
She left.
She left because she was Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
And Haneen is Tuesday, Thursday. And Hani is Tuesday, Thursday. Summer is Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday. That's for sure. And Ruqayya, we'll let Ruqayya choose whatever she likes. Or did she read? Did you get the chance to read Thursday, Ruqayya?
Yeah, I read Thursday, so Tuesday,
So you
Thursday.
Tuesday, Thursday. Okay, you were
Yeah.
Tuesday. Okay. Okay, so this way we're clear now. Selena, you just look at the ayat so you could remember where you were. On my paper, you for sure you reached up to 26, 100%,
Um,
and maybe even past it.
hold on, let me check because I have it on my website.
No problem.
The last thing I read was ayat 31, it shows.
There you go. You know what? Even if you read it over, no problem. Tomorrow just starts from here.
From 31?
الذين أوحينا إليك.
Okay.
So 31. I'll write it down tomorrow from 31.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Okay. So Asilia, Haneen, Hania, and Ruqayya, you are dismissed if you like. If you like, you could leave. If you like, you could stay. Okay,
Teacher,
let's. Yes, Haneen.
I thought you were so good at using mouse.
I can't hear you.
I thought you were so good at using the mouse.
Oh, Alhamdulillah.
And I use it for the marker, and when I use it, I go front, and then I just do this. My hand slips and it goes everywhere. Like the drawing is like, and I'll just try.
Oh, Jazakallah khairan. Okay, Raina. You're Monday, Wednesday student.
Okay.
So, Raina. Raina. What was your last surah you read?
Inshiqaq.
Inshiqaq. Let's go back to surah Inshiqaq.
I did 1 to 5, I think.
You're done with 1 to 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. Read from 5 to 10. You could memorize that for Wednesday. Whatever I give you today, you memorize for Wednesday, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, try from 5 to 10. وأذنت
أعوذ من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأذنت لربها وهقت يا أيها الإنسان إنك كادح إلى ربك كدحا فملاقيه فأما من أوتي كتابه
just
بيمينه
stretch the أوتي a little. أوتي. Not stretch.
فأما من أوتي كتابه بيمينه فسوف يحاسب
فسوف يحاسب
فسوف يحاسب
فسوف
فسوف يحاسب يحاسب حسابا يسيرا وينقلب وينقلب
إلى not
إلى أهله مسرورا وأما من أوتي كتابه وراء ظهره
Let's read one more so I could complete with the meaning. فسوف
Alright.
يدعو ثبورا ويصلى سعيرا. But this, the meaning, you know what? Just stop at 9. So I'm going to put up to 9. Because
Okay.
the meaning, then, we could continue with the meaning. The last verse, إلى أهله مسرورا. So it's up to 9, inshallah. Practice it, listen and practice.
Okay.
Start from وأذنت and finish at مسرورا, inshallah. جزاك الله خيرا, Raina. That's for Wednesday by memorization, please. Next is Maryam. Maryam, are you ready?
Yes.
Maryam, which surah that we agreed to? The last one we said?
Surah Ghashiyah.
Okay.
I did, I think I forgot how many, but I know I did 10.
You already did 10 by memory?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Read what you know you can memorize by Wednesday. Start from 11.
Okay.
لا تسمعوا فيها لغو. Go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشية آمنة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت
That's
فذكر
the 20. You want to keep going?
yeah.
Okay, keep going.
فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر. Yeah, that's everything.
You have 4 verses left.
Okay.
إلا من تولى.
إلى من تولى
إلا من تولى وكفر.
إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إنما إلينا إيابهم
إن إلينا إيابهم.
إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم.
MashaAllah. So you're gonna read. You wanna try your best, Salat, from 11 until the end.
Okay.
This way, you're gonna try to finish Surah Al-Inshiqaq Wednesday, inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah. Good. Excellent job. Excellent.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Samar, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Samar, you had last surah you read was. Do you remember?
Surah Korea.
Surah Al-Qariya. Okay, let's go to Surah Al-Qariya. You remember how much you read from it?
I didn't read anything from it.
Okay, so you're starting. Okay. Read how much you're sure that you can memorize by Wednesday. Okay. يلا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم القارعة القارية ما القارية وما أدراك ما القارية يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالإحن المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينه I think that's it.
Okay. So just for the meaning, so we split the meaning. It's up to 5. Because after that it comes a new meaning relating. So 1 to 5. Memorization 1 to 5 for you on Wednesday. Okay, that's everyone. That's everyone for Wednesday. From Monday, Wednesday. I have so many more students I have more students Tuesday, Thursday than Monday, Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday, I only have 1, 2, 3. Tuesday, Thursday, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody else would like to move to Monday, Wednesday? Would anyone else like to move Monday, Wednesday?
Yeah, I can move.
Ruqayya? Okay. So I'll move Ruqayya to Monday, Wednesday. So I'll let you read today also, inshallah. Okay. What did you read? You read with Sister Hannah?
Yeah.
What surah did you read?
Surah Mujadila.
MashaAllah. Mujadila. Okay. You could start now new from the start of the surah. Whatever you know that you could memorize for Wednesday?
I have a page memorized.
MashaAllah. Wow. Okay. Okay, go ahead. It's from 1 to 6, the first page. Read 1 to 6 now for us by from the book, and then on Wednesday by memorization.
Okay. بسم الله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قد سمع الله قول التي تجادلك في زوجها وتشتكي إلى الله والله يسمع تحاوركما إن الله سميع بصير الذين يظاهرون منكم من نسائهم ما هن أمهاتهم إن أمهاتهم إلا اللائي ولدنهم وإنهم ليقولون منكرا من القول وزورا وإن الله لعفو غفور والذين يظاهرون من نسائهم ثم يعودون لما قالوا فتحرير رقبة من قبل أن يتماسا ذلكم توعظون به والله بما تعملون خبير فمن لم يجد فصيام شهرين متتابعين من قبل أن يتماسا فمن لم يستطع فإطعام 60 مسكينا ذلك لتؤمنوا بالله ورسوله وتلك حدود الله وللكافرين عذاب أليم إن الذين يحادون الله ورسوله كبتوا كما كبت الذين من قبلهم وقد أنزلنا آيات بينات وللكافرين عذاب مهين يوم يبعثهم الله جميعا فينبئهم بما عملوا أحصاه الله ونسوه والله على كل شيء شهيد.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah, she's really a nice recitation.
And the tajweed, your tajweed is very good. Yani all of the
جزاك الله خيرا.
ahkam and noon and the meme, mashallah. Speak, mashallah, tabarakallah, excellent. So I see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi
السلام عليكم.
wa
So.